Deep in the heart of southeastern Europe, in the Bulgarian capital of Sofia, you can still take a ride on a classic metro train built in the final years of the Soviet Union. A true throwback to what it was like riding an Eastern Bloc metro before the fall of the Iron Curtain. These are the ⁴ᴷ⁶⁰ and ⁴ᴷ⁶⁴ metro cars, often referred to by enthusiasts as the numbered trains. For transit fans, they are an incredible living relic of Soviet-era metro design and engineering, and were delivered to the vast majority of Soviet and Eastern Bloc metros in the 1970s and 80s.
Внимание! Вратите се затварят. Следваща станция Люлин. Next station Люлин.
The story begins decades before these cars ever carried passengers in Bulgaria. They were manufactured by the Metrovagonmash company in Russia in 1989 and 1990, during the final years of the USSR. At that time, Sofia was still slowly constructing its first metro line, a project that ultimately took nearly 20 years to finish. Even though the trains were already built and waiting, the Sofia Metro did not open until January 28, 1998, meaning that these vehicles sat unused for almost a decade before carrying their first passengers. A total of 48 of these cars were produced for Sofia, 24 lead motor cars, classified as Type ⁷ and 24 intermediate trailer cars, classified as ⁷ They run on standard gauge track and draw 750 volts DC from an underrunning third rail, a standard inherited from other Soviet metro systems. Today, they operate primarily on Sofia Metro Lines 1, 2, and 4, while Line 3 is separate and uses more modern Siemens Inspiro rolling stock. These cars are true classics, with air-operated doors, a camshaft-based rheostatic traction control system, and a simple interior with padded bench seating. What makes these cars especially fascinating is their rarity. These cars were once widespread across the former Soviet sphere and Warsaw Pact countries, but nearly all have since been extensively modernized or even fully retired. With the exception of a single museum train, Warsaw withdrew its final unmodernized examples from service in November of 2023, while Prague and Budapest have heavily rebuilt theirs to modern standards. That means that Sofia is now the only place in the European Union where the original, unmodernized models continue to run in daily passenger service, fully accessible for Western transit enthusiasts to come and experience firsthand. In 2018, the Sofia Metro signed a contract with Russia's Metrovagonmash company to modernize some of the fleet. The refurbished cars received brand new driver's cabs, asynchronous traction motors, anti-skid systems, smoke detectors, and interior LED passenger information displays. The interiors were also completely redesigned. These upgrades extended their service lives and made them much more maintainable. With the success of the initial modernization program, the plan was to extend it to the remaining cars in Sofia's fleet. However, in 2022, after the Russian invasion of Ukraine and the subsequent EU sanctions against Russia, Sofia canceled the continuation of the contract. As a result, 4 unmodernized train sets remain in service today, still operating with their original equipment from 1989. This has unintentionally turned them into historic artifacts. Not museum pieces, but fully functional metro trains carrying thousands of passengers every day. Together with the refurbished sets and a much larger fleet of 2000s-era Russian ⁴ cars, they continue to provide reliable service across the network. For enthusiasts, these cars offer a true retro experience. The original traction sounds, classic interior layout, and the unmistakable industrial character of late Soviet rolling stock. They truly are a time capsule journey inside of an otherwise quite modern European metro system. Looking to the future, Sofia has plans to purchase new trains, with units from Skoda Transportation expected to arrive in the next few years. As these deliveries approach, the remaining 81 717 and 714 cars are expected to be withdrawn. For anyone interested in riding one of these last operating original Soviet trains, the clock is ticking. If you enjoy videos exploring unique transit systems around the world, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. There are still many unexpected discoveries hidden in plain sight across the world's cities, and we'll be sure to take you there. The rest of this video will continue without commentary, so you can fully experience and enjoy the classic sights and sounds of these fascinating Cold War-era metro trains. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Следваща станция Business Park. Next station, Eastern Bloc. This is the final station. All passengers must exit the train. Станция Западен парк. Next station, Западен парк. Станция Сливница. Крайна станция. Умоляват се пътниците да напуснат влака. This is the final station. All passengers must exit the train.
Умоляват се пътниците да напуснат влака.